The US is considering sending 3,000 paratroopers into Iran. This is less than 24 hours after news broke that we were de-escalating the situation and the war might be over very, very soon. Unfortunately, this is exactly the kind of flip-flop that we have learned to expect. It is what we said might be coming, unfortunately, in the last video. Let's get into exactly what's happened and exactly where we see things going from here. Let's jump straight into it. So first of all, you can see markets down today on the news. Yes, we have started reversing this massive candle that we put in, this sort of, how many percent candle? This 5% candle that we put in yesterday in literally less than a minute when news broke that the US was de-escalating the situation in Iran and that there might in fact be an end to that very, very soon. We have today, in fact, come down about half of that move, something like 3% just on the day. Starting to see some of the longs that piled into that getting liquidated, about nearly $100 million worth, about $91 million over the last 24 hours. But there's more to come, as we know. Yesterday we saw most of the liquidation risk in the market flip, once again in a very short period of time, to the long side. Now we're seeing that pretty balanced on the 30-day time horizon now as people digest this news and digest how the situation has been changing, unfortunately. And on the 1 day, we are in fact stacked now again to upside risk. That is, there are more shorts in the market than there are longs right now. Here's what happened. Trump says Iran has one more chance at peace as Tehran calls reports of the US talks fake news. Really interesting story. This was actually accused by Tehran that Trump talking about peace talks was fake news to manipulate market pricing, basically. President Trump says the US and Iran have held talks on the complete and total resolution of hostilities in the Middle East. This was yesterday. Writing on social media, Trump said he postponed threatened strikes on Iranian power plants for 5 days. Oil and gas prices fell immediately. However, Iran's parliament speaker denies those discussions have taken place, saying fake news is being used to manipulate the oil markets. Now, on the other side of the coin, we've also got Trump considering deploying paratroopers to Iran, right? In spite of these alleged peace talks or these apparent peace talks. Donald Trump is said to be weighing up whether to send the 82nd Airborne Division to the Gulf region as the conflict with Iran stretches into its fourth week despite supposed peace talks. The elite paratrooper unit, dubbed the Immediate Response Force and renowned for its parachute assault capabilities, could furnish approximately 3,000 soldiers for a potential operation to seize Karg Island, according to the New York Times. And as well as the US discussing sending more troops to Iran now, we've also got allies in the Gulf edging towards joining the war. Gulf states edge towards joining the fight against Iran. Specifically Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates get tougher on basing and finances. US allies in the Persian Gulf are inching towards joining in the fight against Iran, getting tougher following present attacks that have disrupted that have disrupted their economies and risk giving Tehran long-term leverage over the Strait of Hormuz. The recent steps support America's ability to carry out airstrikes and open up a new line of attack on Tehran's finances. No, I don't pay for the Wall Street Journal, excuse me. But you get my point. None of these items are de-escalatory. They're all, in fact, pretty escalatory. And this is only 24 hours after we had that surprise news yesterday, which sent the market up 5%, that the end was coming. An end to the war was coming. Unfortunately, this is exactly what we saw coming. This is exactly why I stayed in my short positions. You can see we're now up about $150 on that short position. Yes, it is a very small sized position. So you can see here 0.05 BTC, we're currently up $157, 20x leverage. It's a small size position because the market is so leveraged at the moment, it's so volatile at the moment. Volatile because of this ever-changing geopolitical situation. This is exactly what I meant, unfortunately, yesterday when I said a lot of people are going to take this news as more positive too soon than it necessarily is or has proven to be. And unfortunately, that is materializing as the case that we're seeing. Like I said, I would be much happier if that wasn't the situation, if I was wrong on that. But unfortunately, it's just what we keep seeing from Trump. And it's just what we've seen in terms of the market response from our over-leveraged crypto markets. People get too excited about a fairly small piece of news. Now, we could potentially extrapolate that one step further to say, well, if a significant portion of the market believed that was the coming end of the war, wasn't actually the most positive response we could have expected. Okay, up only 5%, right? That didn't even get us out of this area of consolidation that we've seen, right, since, we'll say, the low down here, 60K, and the high up here at about 76K. And right now we are just a few $100s away from back within that volume node on the fixed range volume profile, from the low put in on the 6th of February to the high put in on the 16th of March. Now, there's also this scenario where often the de-escalation of good news appears even more negative than the original negative situation before you got the good news, if that makes sense. If we say a base level is here in terms of positive versus negative sentiment, it's neutral, we get news about the end of the war, which would clearly put us to a place up here, right, that's slightly better than neutral, although it wasn't promised that it necessarily would be over immediately, just that they were in talks to get to that point. And then when we hear the resolution on that it's not in fact all it was supposed to be, the resultant disappointment can in fact be worse than where we were neutral in the beginning. Also, if that situation keeps happening again, right, it's like the classic Trump taco, Trump always chickens out, you end up with a situation where in future, the boy who cried wolf situation, when that situation gets spoken about again in the future, markets aren't going to be quite so excited about it again. Just something to think about. But unfortunately, where we see things now, fake news or not fake news, maybe they were having talks, maybe the communication is just limited. I don't know. Whichever way you cut it though, if we're looking at these events in isolation, right, the potential for sending up to 3,000 soldiers, paratroopers, into Iran from the US, and potential joining of allies into the conflict, that looks fairly escalatory, unfortunately. Now, of course, there's hyperbole on both sides. Okay, this is up to approximately 3,000 soldiers, right? It's not necessarily that is the exact plan that is going to be put in force. I mean, who knows at this point exactly? But it certainly isn't congruent with ongoing peace talks. So everything remains in the balance for the time being. And yeah, unfortunately, once again, I think it is just, from a trading perspective, it is just back to same old, same old. I think we're going to see more downside in this market sooner than we're going to see upside. Not necessarily a bad thing if you're looking to accumulate assets at a lower price. That's certainly something that I'm trying to do. As I've explained, don't need to beat that horse again. That is how you win in this market long term. But as always, purely my opinion, purely shared for entertainment purposes, and nothing I say should be considered financial advice. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Plenty more to come. Catch you in the next one. Bye.